So, I was thinking about this earlier today. Every time I gotta get on the camera, damn, my nose gotta start itching. Look at that shit. Excuse me a minute. Alright, let's try this again. Thinking about this for a while, but today it crossed my mind again, and I figured I'm gonna finally say something about this. And basically, you know, with the new gaming generation coming up, the Wii U, the Xbox 720, possible PS4. I don't know, because you know there's Sony swearing up and down they have no plans to do a PS4, but I don't believe them. I really don't. Sometime, maybe by E3 or maybe next E3, they're gonna say something about a PS4, and that's just how it is. This E3, they ain't gonna say nothing. This E3, all they're gonna talk about is Vita games. I'm telling you right now. Probably some move shit is gonna come out for PS3 or whatever. I'm sure they got something cooking that they're gonna reveal for PS3 or PlayStation as a whole. We're all gonna be underwhelmed, and then we move on. So, anyway, besides that, you know, we're coming up on the 8th gaming generation, as I was saying, and you know what I don't want to pay for in the next gaming generation? You know what I don't want to do that I had to pay for in this gaming generation, at least with the PS3 and Xbox 360? I don't want to pay $60+ for beta games. Basically, that's how I feel. Like hey, I played a lot of PS3 games. I like them, but I mean, every time I play one, and say I don't play one for like a week or two, and then I jump back on it, the following game has an update, something number, and you cannot play this game until the update is complete. I'm like, really? What the hell? Even one generation ago, just one, with the Xbox, the GameCube, and the PS2, do you know what happened? When you got a game, it was finished. Okay, there were a couple of glitchy games. I remember playing WrestleMania 21 for the Xbox, because I bought that. Glitchy as hell. I liked the game. That was pretty good, but all glitchy and stuff like that. So, you know, these problems were happening back then. Not as bad as they are today, because now, you know, they figure, okay, we'll just release the game, and then we'll fix the problems through patches. The only problem with that is the patches sometimes don't even fix shit. Now, as far as I know, Nintendo with the Wii hasn't done this. I mean, I know they did like system updates that only really affected the system. And if you didn't connect on internet, if you didn't have your Wii connected to internet to get the system updates, certain games you bought would do the system update. Could be around the same thing. I don't know. Not that I'm like 100% against firmware updates, because if they add something, that's fine. So, you know, for example, with the PS3, Xbox 360, there's eventually a firmware update or system update where they added 3D. Oh, you can now play 3D movies. You can now play 3D games. You know, stuff like that. When it adds something, so far, I don't know, I haven't seen it really fix anything, because a lot of the stuff on the system doesn't really seem broken. And whatever's broken is not going to be fixed through firmware updates. And this is another thing. Now we gotta sit here and deal with these firmware updates for games? I mean, why? And you know, we get some games and we complain about, hey, this doesn't seem right, this doesn't seem finished, and you know, the companies like, blah, 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 they say something, and like, whatever, sometimes they tell you, oh, shut up and enjoy the game, or sometimes they'll, oh, we're doing a system update to fix this. Why? There should be no reason whatsoever to do a system update. So when the next generation, a game comes out, when I pay $60 or probably $70 for a game, whatever, the game better be finished. Alright? Because you know the next system, they're going to be doing the same crap. Because they're getting away with the system, and we're letting them. Honestly, I don't know what to do about it. I really don't. But it's really starting to get annoying. Another thing, the DLC. Okay, I know when I say this, it's not going to make a difference, but DLC, stop it. There's a difference. There's DLC, which is fine, and then there's stuff that's already on the disc, and you have to pay to unlock it, and that's called DLC. That's not DLC. You know what we called that back then, stuff locked on the disc? We called it extra content, which you could either earn by playing, or you can use a cheat code. And that's basically what DLC for stuff already locked on disc. That's just a cheat code that costs you money. Because you go on the, back when I was back in the earlier days, my younger days, if I wanted the cheat code, something, I'd go to my local drugstore down the street or whatever, and be looking through the magazine. Internet wasn't as big back then. I didn't have it, so and I memorized them, or I just bought the magazine, took them home, like, yeah, you want some cheat codes? Can't really do that no more. If you were to look, if you were looking at a magazine and see that, okay, so I want to use a cheat code to unlock something. How do I unlock this? Cheat code. Pay $5. What? I go on the internet. Okay, I'm gonna look for the cheat code. How do I unlock this? Pay $5. What? So it's like, so basically, next generation 8, 720, PS3, PS4, PS Vita, Wii U, whatever they're gonna call it. And I think they're thinking of changing the name, which I'll discuss that on a later date. Just stop it. I want finished games. I want complete games. I want to buy the game. Minimal glitches. I mean, there's probably always going to be glitches. I mean, even for the last generation. Now, the current one, the last one, there were still glitches that maybe there's something they just couldn't fix at the time. But now it's like they rush out the games. They don't fix anything, and they figure, we'll wait till somebody complains and see what. Pretty much just like getting rid of beta testers whatsoever. And do you know why? Because most beta testers, as far as I know, I could be wrong. Feel free to correct me. I know somebody will. It's a beta test. You don't really pay for it. Maybe in some cases you do. I don't know. I've never been a beta tester. For those of you who have, let me know. But seriously, when I pay $60+ for this game, I want it done. I don't want to pay any more money than I have to. Alright? I don't want to sit. When I put the game in to play it, I want to play it right away. I don't want to have to wait 5-10 minutes for a system update to fix a problem that might be on there that I don't know about. Okay, it doesn't really take that long, but you get my point. So, that's it. And one last thing I want in the next generation. Listen very closely, Capcom. One game per series. Alright? So, whatever fighting game you come out with next, end it. Alright? Put everything into it. Alright? That's it. Or if you absolutely must add stuff, do it in... Contradicting myself here. Do it in DLC. Not lock on a disc. When you add new characters, don't have them locked on a disc. Make it so you can, pay for new characters. But guess what? Don't do two of the same game 6 months apart. Alright? This has happened before, now with Capcom. I think one of the first people I know to do it was Sega. Remember Sonic 3 and the Sonic & Knuckles? Anyway, that's something for a different time. So yeah, keep that in mind. Next gen creators, next gen system creators, finish your product. Don't try to sell it to me till it's done. Or I will do nothing about it. I don't know. So anyway, work on that.